Today we're going to go through a few basics on how to make some adjustments to a picture. So first you want to open up your picture in Photoshop, and you can do that either by dragging the picture directly into the large open area in Photoshop, or you can go up to File, Open, find your image wherever you've saved it, and click Open. With the image open, you're going to want to make sure you have your Layers palette available. So that is over here on the side of the screen. One thing you can do is click on Essentials on the top, and it should pop up. If it's still not there, you may have X'd out of it in the past. So you'll want to make sure that you click on the Window section here and click on Layers. F7 is the shortcut to be able to see that. Now today we're going to be working with a variety of adjustments. One of the basic ones is switching the photograph to black and white. Now, if you're on Essentials in the way of viewing Photoshop, you'll actually have your adjustments right here. And these aren't all the adjustments you can do in Photoshop, but they're just a few. If you hover over the object, or the button I should say, you'll see what it does. Now, levels is real important and curves is really important as well. But today we're going to focus on black and white. So that's right here. When you click one of the adjustments in Photoshop, it's going to open a properties box, and that's how you can really adjust some of the ways that that adjustment looks. Now you also see here in the Layers palette that the black and white adjustment was added on. Anytime you see a little half white, half black circle, you know that that's an adjustment layer. You can always click back in and double click on this half white, half black circle to be able to open your properties box again. With black and white, you can adjust things based on what color they were in the original picture. So these are all the colors available to you in the image. And if you go more towards the dark side of this spectrum, it'll really bring out the contrast or darkness in that particular color. Since I had strawberries that were red, you can really see that it affects a lot of the image. Going the other direction is going to bring it back more towards white. So towards black and towards white. What I'd like to do when I switch an image to black and white is think about the original version of the picture. Now I can click on the little eyeball in the Layers palette here to see what the original picture looked like. This eye makes the layer visible or invisible. So you can look to see what original colors there were and then go back here and see how you can adjust how those pictures or those colors looked. Any adjustment that you do in Photoshop is going to come with a small white box here, and this is called a layer mask. A mask is kind of like, putting a mask over your face, where some areas of the mask you may be able to see through, like maybe you've cut eyes open so you can see through that part of the mask. So anything that is white on your layer adjustment mask means that it's showing. Now if we were to take the brush tool over on the side of the screen here, there's a lot of ones that look like brush tools, but it's just the one that is right here. And if I were to be painting black, so I've got the color selected down here as black in the front, I can adjust the size of my brush using the bracket keys on the keyboard or at the top of the screen here. So choose a size that fits you. And if you were to paint black on that layer adjustment, you could actually take away that edit from a particular part of the picture. So let's say that I really liked how the color popped with this section of the picture. I can just paint away the black and white to make the color show. Okay, there's a variety of ways to make the way the mask works very exact and precise, but we'll be getting into that a little bit more when we get to our Photoshop unit. Once you're happy with how a picture looks, you're going to want to save it down in a way that works best for loading it up to turn it in. So remember, the preferred format for turning in a picture is JPEG. So you go up to File, Save As, choose where you want to save it, make sure you know where you're saving it, change it from Photoshop to the first JPEG option, click Save, and click OK. And this will save the version of the picture that you're working with. Happy editing!